What's up, guys, and welcome to another video. So I wanted to talk about something that I dislike about motorcycling. I make so many videos about the positive things about it, and there are some negative things about it. So the worst part about riding a motorcycle to me is that when you talk to someone who is not into motorcycling, or who just has a friend who's into motorcycling, a lot of times they associate motorcycle riding with death. Speaking of death, roadkill, little possum, rest in peace, little possum. But so many people associate motorcycling with death because they hear stories on the news. A motorcycle got hit by a car, or, you know, in Florida it's very prevalent that motorcycles do get in accidents, and I just think it's because we have better weather, so people are riding more throughout the year, so there's a lot more riders in Florida, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I would say that either Florida or California probably have the highest population of motorcyclists. California may have more, I'm not really sure, but Florida, it is a very cheap form of transportation, and you know, bikes are fairly cheap, so many people get them just to commute on. And you know, I did that years ago. I bought a newer bike just because I wanted something reliable that I could commute on. And but anyways, so many people will associate motorcycles with death, and I know it's kind of like a taboo thing to even speak about, but there's a lot of ways that you can go about making riding safer. But for me, commuting is probably one of the most dangerous things about riding. Like, if you are a commuter on a motorcycle, just be careful, because that is definitely like one of the, they say like most motorcycle accidents happen within, like, I think it's like within 5 miles of your house, which is kind of scary to think about. So once you get to the 6th mile, you're safer. No, I don't think that's how it works, but you know, a lot of people will associate it, and I've had it happen to me millions of times. People are like, they find out that I ride, like, because I don't go around like telling people like, hey, I ride a motorcycle, like, look at me. And some people do that. I haven't been down this road in a long time, so bear with me. I know it's a really bumpy road. My voice is probably jarring all over the place, but yeah, and I've had people, they find out that I ride like through somebody else or whatever. Like, a coworker will find out that I ride from a different coworker that knows I ride, and they'll ask me about it, like, oh man, you should be careful out there, you know, like, bikes are so dangerous and yada yada. And like, I'm like, okay, I know this. This is why I wear gear. This is why I don't ride my bike to work. This is why I don't ride in the city, like, hardly ever. Every now and then, but not very often. So I try to minimize my risk as much as possible, you know, hence the suits that Heather and I purchased not too long ago. Hence the helmet, the gloves, the boots, the not riding on the highway, because a lot of accidents do happen on the highway, at least in Florida. We just try to go out in the boonies and have fun and enjoy our bikes, and like, we're not out here trying to show off in front of people and stuff like that. So like, I can go out here and ride by myself like I am right now. See, nobody with me, out in the middle of nowhere, and like, I can do a wheelie out here for 3 miles and nobody's gonna see it. It's just, but it's safer than going on the highway and doing a wheelie where everybody can see me. For one, you're gonna attract attention, and attention is probably not what you want if you're trying to avoid being arrested and stuff like that, because, you know, some people just get off on that. Oh, they actually repaved this part of the road. This road used to be like really horrible. Okay, I spoke way too soon, because look at this. They only repaved a little section of it, looks like. So yeah, back onto the bumpy road. This is actually like a road that leads to like a motorcycle park, or I'm sorry, a dirt bike park, but there's a lot of bicyclists that come out here also. Heather's been talking about coming out here with our bikes and doing some mountain biking, but we'll see. That's for a different different day. But yeah, motorcycles, they get associated with danger and with wrecks and with death so often, and it really, like, it kind of irritates me that people associate it with, like, not just like with fun and freedom, because that's what motorcycling is really about. Like, to me, being on my bike is one of the freest feelings. Like, it just feels, it's like an amazing feeling. It's like being absolutely free. Like, I've never skydived, okay, granted, I've never skydived, but I would say the feeling of motorcycling is, if you were to be able to just skydive and like just float in the air for like hours at a time. I know that's like a weird way to describe it, but that's really how motorcycling to me feels. It's just like, it's like I feel free. You know, there are times where I get, you know, scared, not always for myself, but for other safety that are people around me riding with me in a group. I get scared for their safety. Like, if I see something and they don't, you know, could be bad. But I know I'm kind of like rambling on this subject now, but that is probably the worst part of motorcycling for me. So yeah, guys, be safe out there. I'm gonna end this video. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of this ride, and peace, guys. Ride safe, and yeah, and next time you hear somebody talk about bad things about motorcycles, try to remind them of the good things about it. Like, there are so many good things about it. It's endless. So, alright guys, peace and ride safe.